Well, hello, seventh graders. This will be our last PLTW assignment of the year. When we're finished, we'll have the pegboard completed, and that's our goal. This will be the last Friday that you have assignment. The following Friday, you will not have one. So here we go. Let's go to Onshape. Onshape, of course, as you get there, I have to go back to mine. That's created by me, maybe, is what I'm looking for. There I am. So now, quite a few of you had issues with the triangle. Don't get hung up on the triangle if it's a little off, because mine, believe it or not, it is not right on, and I'm not going to go through that process and show you. And like mine's cut into there a little bit. I would go through and change that, but I'm not going to right now because it's a little hard. It's not hard, but it's something you do. So what we need to do now is we need to make a new part. So I go over here and I'm going to go to the plus sign, and as I click that, create part studio, and the first one is going to be, I'm going to rename it, and I'm going to call this the mallet head. Okay. And then I will have to make a second one that is called, and I'll rename it, and this is just the mallet handle. So now we have the mallet head and the mallet handle. Okay, so mallet head, let's start here. Hopefully some of you are getting kind of better at this, and I can even tell from this last week's assignment on how many people got it done, and I think it was probably the hardest thing that we've done, and quite a few people got done, or you had small little issues, is now you're starting to get the feel of the program, and it's getting a little easier for you. So here we go. First, you will want to click on Sketch, and once you click on the sketch, you need to go and click on a sketch plane. So I clicked it. You can see that I clicked it because it's highlighted on the outside. Once I do that, I just usually click on the view cube, and I'm just going to click top. So this is going to be new. We are going to draw first a rectangle. I don't care where you start the rectangle. I tend not to start them in the middle. That's me. Can you? Sure. You don't need to. So I'm going to draw a rectangle that is going to be, I got to think to myself here. I think it's 0.75, and then this will be 3 inches. Okay, so there's my rectangle. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here now, and I'm going to draw 2 circles. This is all in the same sketch. So where am I going to draw my circle is I'm going to go right about here. And we can make our circle, I'm going to make it 0.4. That seems like a good size. There it is. And now I'm going to draw one roughly the same. I'm not going to have you guys go through and measure it, but you would want this one to also be 0.4. All right, so there's my 2 circles. Now, once I have my 2 circles in, I need to go up here to the scissors, and we're going to trim those circles. So as simple as this. Click that, and then I gotta click the middle so it eliminates it like so. Now we have, and then when I'm done, and once I've trimmed that, then we can go over the green check mark and click finish. So now you can see what we have here. You're like, how is that going to be a mallet, right? Well, time for a new function. The new function that we're going to use is going to be called revolve. Okay, what revolve does is the revolve takes an object like this, and if I click it to revolve around this, it'll sweep and revolve 360 degrees around it. So for example, here's one of my son's crayons. So here's one of their crayons. So if I had this, you can see the very outside of this. If I was looking at it two-dimensionally, a shape, what shape is that? That's a rectangle. So if I revolved it, I can make a cylinder. And that's kind of what we're going to do here. Let me flip myself back out here. All right. So first of all, on the revolve, you have to pick what's the plane that you want to revolve. So right here, I'm going to click on this. Now it highlights it. But now if I go over here and look, it says, it turns red here and it says revolve axis. I just clicked on revolve axis because now I've already clicked on the face. Now I have to click an axis that I want this to revolve around. Now you can see here as I move my cursor, it'll turn yellow. That means I selected it. Once it turns yellow, click it. And there is my revolution. Now look at what that did. That went from there and from this point and revolved all the way around it. And that's why we have those little things cut in. So when you're done, just click a green check mark. And now we're getting close with our mallet head. Also with our mallet head, we're going to have to make a hole on it, which this is going to be a little different also. So the first thing I'm going to have you do is we're going to learn a second new part here. It's up here. You have this little arrow. It might be set on something like this. So I just want to show you two different things here. I want you to click this arrow here and we're going to go down to plane. And I'm going to click on the plane that intersects it this way. So this plane right here. Now yours might be slightly different, depends on what you did. So let me just get rid of the other one so you can kind of see what I'm looking at. Yeah, I don't need the front one. Okay, so that's the plane I want, right? So I'm going to click on that after I clicked on plane. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my own plane. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide this just so it's just above my mallet. And once it's there, I'm just going to click the green check mark. So there I just made a new plane basically. Okay. Now if I get rid of right, there's my plane that I just made. Okay. So now I'm going to click sketch and I'm going to click this plane right here. Now you can see, there it is. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use, well, it doesn't matter actually. We'll use circle. So the circle, this isn't quite the center, but it's pretty close. And I'm going to make this 5/8. And if you just put 5 divided by 8, that'll give you the same thing if you do 0.625. So I'll just put 625 and then hit return. And there's my circle. And I'm just going to click the green check mark. I have a circle on there. And now all I'm going to do is extrude it. Again, make sure you're not clicking here, that you're highlighting the circle when you click it. And I'm going to remove that. Do I want it to go through the whole thing? No. I just want to go through part of it. And then I can just, and this doesn't matter the depth, just as long as in somewhat. And there is my mallet head. So now that is complete. So now let's go over to our mallet handle. And this one's really easy. You're going to click sketch. You're going to click on the top. I'm going to click here. And all I'm going to do is draw a circle. That is 0.625 because that's what the hole is right here. So back to the mallet handle. Once I have that, I'm going to finish this. And then I'm going to click on extrude. Click on that. And we can make that, let's see what 5 looks like. Let's make it, because they'll go on, let's make it 7. Perfect. Okay, there we go. There's my two parts. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to go to the assembly file. Here's my assembly file. And now I'm going to insert the mallet head and the mallet handle. And this one is really simple to do. All you're going to do is right here, go to fasten, mate. And you got to make sure you get in on the inside like there, and then click. You can see here on there, and try that again. There we go. Now if that's wrong, like that is, all you're going to do is just flip that, and then green check mark, and now your pegboard is now complete. and that is your final project in PLTW. So if you get this done with this Friday, you will be done. So any questions, please email me. If not, honestly, if you do email me a question, I usually tell you watch the video again, because I try to go slow. I think I'm going slow, but I usually am not. So just make sure that you're watching these videos. And if you do have a question, just email me. And then remember, share it with me again, because once you share it with me, what happens is the first time you share it with me, I unshare it with myself, because then otherwise my inbox gets all cluttered. So if you finish something, share it with me, and then I'll eventually just take myself off it, and you'll have to share it with me again. Okay? All right. Other than that, have a great weekend, everyone, and talk to you soon.